Welcome! I am Public Enemy Numero Uno, and thank you so much for watching this. Today I want to talk about having fun with acid. By acid, I am referring to the vial of acid item, a curious piece that can be useful to deal acid damage by someone who cannot cast acid spells. As acid is one of the more reliable damage types to deal, it is a very useful thing to have on hand regardless of whether it is seen as necessary or not. So let's take a look at it. Acid can be found in the Player's Handbook on pages 148 and 150. It costs 25 gold and weighs 1 pound. The rules state, as an action, you can splash the contents of this vial onto a creature within 5 feet of you or throw the vial up to 20 feet, shattering it on impact. In either case, make a ranged attack against a creature or object, treating the acid as an improvised weapon. On a hit, the target takes 2d6 acid damage. So what can we do with it? Well, unlike my take for Alchemist Fire, I believe that acid could be very useful for ammunition, but not so much for melee weapons. I say this because sticking a vial of acid on an axe head, then swinging with it will be a single attack advantage, but the axe head gets splattered with acid in the process. Sacrificing ammunition to acid damage is less costly, but you are unlikely to ever retrieve any ammunition that had acid attached to it. While it does weigh 1 pound, attaching a vial to ammunition I think could work. It might be more sensible to say that the attacks have disadvantage though. If the weight is the issue, then putting the acid in smaller quantities like half a pound could get around that, dealing 1d6 damage instead of 2d6. An exception to this could be the sling. A sling bullet is not a shafted ammunition that requires good balance for a flight path. While a single sling bullet weighs 0.075 pounds, I think that a sling would be a good way to fire off a normal acid vial. I would impose that the range of the attack be reduced to 20-60, but being able to deal 1d4 bludgeoning damage plus 2d6 acid damage is not a bad trade, if not a bit expensive. Using acid on an object is a little more interesting. In fact, I think acid would be extremely useful in destroying organic materials like wood and leather, while severely weakening inorganic materials like stone and metals. Why doesn't it? Rule simplicity is the only reason that I can think of, but making my life easier has never really been my goal as a dungeon master. So here are some additional rules that I would like to add. If the acid is used to damage an object, then the item becomes weakened. While weakened, any ability checks or attacks made to further damage an item are made with advantage. My small attempt to try to make acid a little more interesting. Using acid in this way to weaken boxes, doors, locks, barriers, or anything that you want to smash down. An improvised attack would still be required to apply the acid, but being able to destroy the wood around the lock might be a quiet way to break through a door. Unfortunately, a typical wooden door, according to page 246 to 247 of the Dungeon Master's Guide, would have an AC of 15 and around 20 hit points. As an acid vial deals an average of 7 acid damage, you would need to almost have 3 vials to guarantee this. That being said, just weakening it should make it much easier to force open. These are a couple of ideas, and I am eager to hear more. With that, please comment down below as I would love to hear more ideas or criticisms. Thank you again for watching my video and have an enjoyable day.